is. I really want to do this whole video looking like this because this is like the INFJ life face a little bit lately. Sometimes you just need to breathe in and out and realize that you don't need to fix everything, especially you, INFJ. It can be really challenging when you pretty much intuitively see what everybody's doing in this world, good, the bad, who's authentic, who's more fake, who's lazy, who's motivated, who's happy, who's sad. But you can't fix it. You can't fix people and ourselves too. There's rarely any quick fix, even when we recognize that there's a problem with ourselves. Maybe one of the big differences about INFJs is just the fact that we recognize problems in ourselves or things we can improve. And we typically stay committed somehow to improving on it, even if it takes a long time. And we're open to criticism if it's delivered appropriately, or maybe it's just that we can't help but agree if somebody gives us appropriate criticism and it just gets trapped in our head. But I know on this channel, you're going to hear me use lots of metaphor and general references and things because it's very much a lot of pictures and hyperbole and symbolism. And that's how we try to communicate to a wide variety of people in this world. But maybe a lot of INFJs can really relate right now to, I'm just feeling kind of worn down by this never-ending battle for everyone to just see things for the way that they are. Like we have all of this technology, all of these tools, which has helped in a lot of ways, don't get me wrong. But really, it really comes down to the human heart and everyone's spiritual discernment, connection with God, connection with what some people say the universe. But it's very much a spiritual thing, whether you're trying to sort of expand your horizons or not. And it's just really annoying to a lot of INFJs because we're always thinking deeply, kind of whether we want to or not. Hello, game mode Tess and Thanos. Hello. So it's kind of like with this channel, I've debated many times about, well, what should I talk about? I don't want to brag about INFJs, but I don't want to whine about being an INFJ either. Um, I mean, there's kind of already all the channels out there that do that, right? Um, yeah, I'm talking about, well, this channel is INFJ focused. That's why it's called INFJenius. But it's also, I usually focus on self-development topics, in things because I like helping people. And I was in the Marine Corps for 15 years. I've been a musician my whole life, pretty much. So I've had a whole lot of experiences, both with leadership, self development, uh, social media, the online world, being an artist, being an entrepreneur, and so lots of different things. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanos, Thanos. I don't know how to say your name, but I do appreciate the comments and support. And so, yeah, a lot of times it kind of seems like INFJ life, nobody understands me. People think I'm fake, or people think I'm trying to be a superstar or whatever. And, legitimately, that's one of the things I've loved the most about doing unedited live stream, like just like this, discussions, trying to talk with whoever's listening, is because when you're unedited, you don't have all the fancy video effects and all that. There's no getting past who you are. Like it comes out on the video. And as a musician, I've already been there, done that, thinking many years ago, I'm going to make it big. Me and my friends, we're the best band ever. And it's only a matter of time. But yeah, we know how that goes. And I have worked with some great musicians, but just one example. Uh, there's so much noise in the world. I'm talking about like online noise. And so whether you're trying to be some kind of content creator or musician, artist, handyman, woman, whoever you are, you really have to not just find your niche, and this goes for the world, not just in line, but not just find your niche, but find those special things that only you can do in your unique way and have an impact on people. And then when you do that, they'll brag about you. They'll be like, wow, you're the best in the world. But it also takes finding those people, and it takes a lot of dedication and time. And so for me, uh, it was a very long process, but I kind of just experimented with so many things and finally got to the point that I realized, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do what I love, which means I'll naturally work very hard at it because I love doing it. And over time, it's going to be successful somehow. I may not turn into a Mr. Beast with like 20 billion followers. That's an exaggeration. But would that make me happy anyway, to just have lots of followers? No, because like on my main channel, that's over 20,000 now. 5 or 10 years ago, if I could have like snapped my fingers and had that many followers on a channel following my videos and content, I would have thought huge success, But now that I have that, it's just like, well, yeah, it's good. I worked really hard to get to that point, but since then, I realized that that doesn't make me happy at all. What makes me happy is helping people, whether it's uh, poor children. Like I do have a ministry that helps poor children in the Philippines. I don't think I've promoted it on this channel yet, but uh, on my main channel, Matt Savina, I do that, but and other places. But it took me a lot of experimenting and a lot of trying this, trial and error that, to, and some hardships, by the way, that made me realize this is the only thing that's going to make me happy. It's not going to be fame. It's not going to be money, even though money can be a good motivator too, especially in this crazy world. But uh, you guys, if you figure out what your why is in this world, why do you go to your job? Okay, for money. Why do you want that money? So I can buy a house. Okay, why do you want a house? So I can be comfortable. Okay, why do you want to be comfortable? So I don't have to worry about, I don't know. That's I'm walking you through how do you figure out your why. And if you keep asking yourself that enough times, really honestly, you will get to the one thing that will actually make you happy. And like I said, for me, it's helping others because that's just, to me, that's the greatest feeling in the world. To like when somebody, not just helping others, but when you really see that look in their face and their eyes where they're just like, "Oh, thank you so much." And you know that it came from you. It was a gift you gave. You didn't do it for any stupid reasons or success or anything. It was just you did it for the right reasons. And yeah, I'm addicted to that. I got addicted to it um, several years ago. And so now that is my motivation for building channels, making more money from the businesses that I do. And that's one of the things I've told a lot of people too, is if you want to make money online, don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Try a bunch of different things. And really that's the best way to go, is to have multiple different streams, which it still takes time and work, but try to build up different streams of income. That's online or offline. But so yeah. So INFJ life. So to make a full circle back to, I guess, what this video is about, but yes, it can be hard. This world can be very tough, and I admit that. Uh, the INFJ intuition, and whoever you are, if you have intuition, you know it can be difficult to deal with people. Uh, when you see things that they don't even see and you want to point it out, but you don't because you know how that's going to go, and they're probably not going to take it too well. It's like a blessing and a curse. It really is, because I wouldn't give up that skill for anything. To be able to read people like a book, to know what their emotions are by walking into a room, I wouldn't want to give that up because that is a huge skill to have. However, it does make some things pretty difficult sometimes, because then you have to live life with that information and sort of navigate people and events in certain ways. But overall, it's good. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Nehemiah. I always loved that name, Nehemiah. It's biblical too. So, yeah, sorry, Caitlin. I'm probably going to wrap it up. Um, I just wanted to do this live for today, kind of talk good and maybe complain a little about the INFJ life, but it's all good. And um, yeah, probably just going to stick with the unedited lives for a while instead of making polished videos, just because I think the INFJ community content online, really most of it is polished and just they're like 10-minute videos or whatever. And they're talking about all the qualities of the INFJ and yada, yada. And yeah, I could do that. No problem. I could just AI a list. I could read it online even, and it'd be fairly polished. But it's already being done 100,000 times over. And For me, it's really, I'd rather build like an authentic community and be um, just real with you guys. So I hope it helps in some way and gives you guys something, a different kind of INFJ community to be a part of and appreciate. And I'm doing pretty good, Caitlin. Thank you. It's been, as you know, it's been an interesting last couple of weeks. And I'm drinking decaf coffee. I'm trying really hard to switch. Not all the time. If I still go to a decent coffee shop, which I just found a new one not too far from me that I love, and they make the good stuff. So if I go there, I'm getting a regular coffee. But at home, I'm making very strong decaf coffee with my French press, and it's not too bad, actually. So, yeah, I know with everything that's been going on in the world lately and how far we've come in the last 10 years, I personally just kind of feel like we're at a point where it's like, okay, now what? God, now what? What do you want me to do? I feel like I've done everything, and we're still waiting for things to really change and improve. And so it's a crazy world sometimes, but God's got the plan, and I believe that and trust that even through all these crazy days. So I'll wrap it up there. Thanks for watching and supporting. If you're here for the first time or first couple times and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I do appreciate your support, and my goal is to build our like-minded community of INFJs. Anyone interested in sort of the psychology realm, if you don't know what your personality is and you'd like to find out for free, you can go to 16, like the number, 16personalities.com. And I don't make any money off of sending you there. It's a totally free personality test that you can take. It takes about 15-20 minutes, and I used it a couple times to verify my own personality many years ago, but I highly recommend it. If you're a person who even in the slightest wants to improve yourself in some way, I can almost guarantee that figuring out what your personality is and then reading about it once you get your results, total game changer, huge, and probably as much for INFJs as anybody, because we're so naturally self-development oriented. But for anybody, it's fantastic. So 16personalities.com for your free personality test. And I will wrap it up there and see you next time, where I will continue to talk about all things related to INFJs and the world and craziness and whatever's in my head on that day. So, yeah, I hear you, Caitlin. It's been a long, hard wait for those of us who have been seeing clearly, like since 2015 or 2020, whatever year you want to go back to. But it's been a long wait. It really has. So let's just pray and hope that possibly new things, big changes are right around the corner. That's what I'm hoping for. And I will cheers to that for now. So I'll see you all again soon, geniuses. So take care and God bless.